Once upon a time, there was a runaway. A scrappy little kid. A product of an environment that didn't care if he succeeded or failed, and at times seemed to prefer failure, if anything. A society with nothing but contempt for him. Having decided from birth, right out the gate, that he was no good, never would be no good. And it didn't take long for this kid to realize that that was no way to live. He knew that he wasn't no good, he knew that he wasn't garbage. And he knew that there was no way he was going to be as great as he could be if he stuck around here. So, throwing safety to the wind, he decided to jump ship. He decided to get the fuck out of Dodge. Threw on a long raggedy coat, not stylish, but full of pockets. Good for storing snacks, tools, anything he needed to get from day to day. He was ready. He was prepared. He'd been preparing his whole life, even if he didn't necessarily know that's what he was doing. He was ready for any problem that might arise, any danger he might face. Hotwired a car and lit out like a comet in the night, like a knife through the dark. There we go. And as the city faded in his rearview mirror, all the teachers and shopkeepers and exes, everyone who told him he'd never amount to nothing, turned into nothing but twinkling lights behind him, and then eventually into nothing. He looked at the horizon. Pitch black. Every other city and town still too far away even to see yet. But he knew he'd find something. Maybe a new permanent home. A place to set up a little central base of operations. Maybe a network of homes. Maybe a whole scattered world. After all, he knew he could do anything. There's no reason to pin himself down to one spot. And there's no reason to force himself to roam. He didn't care if there was no example for him to follow. No role model to live up to, no precedent to satisfy. He knew he'd make his own way in the world, one way or another. He turned on the radio, dialed around till he found just the right frequency with just the right song, and put the pedal to the floor and sped off into the night.